go.
Got your whistles. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Bill. I think we need a whole couple of hours on this fascinating stuff. Thank you. Okay, now for our next speaker, no surprises. I think the slide came up a few times. Oh! So, let me tell you a little bit about Danni. Where are you? There. Danni built her business to district manager in 4 months, area within 6, region 11, and nation in 4 years. She's a 4 times Areas and Paradise Arizona Trip Incentive Achiever, and that's something that Donna Johnson does every year. Number 5 in 2016 Parade of Champions. First place UK District Manager Elevation Award in 2016. A 5-time AIT Trip Achiever. 5 times. At the UK's 2017 AAC conference, she was recognised as being one of the top 10 for a personal sponsoring challenge to earn the registration, along with being recognised as number 3 for organisational growth in the UK in 2018. I think you get the picture. She's driven. She's such a lovely, refreshing person to have on the team. Please welcome National Vice President Danni Wells.
I was so excited, and to be training like the top 3% in R1 is just phenomenal. So I was given the topic to talk about growing from region to nation, and I thought really hard about what I could share. And I thought, do you know what? I share everything on social media, like my YouTube channel, like an open book, and I was like, if you don't already know my story, like come and see me later and I'll tell you my story. So I'm going to completely skip that part and just tell you about how I was able to quadruple the sales volume working through my organisation to hopefully give you guys some, a couple of little snippets. And I'm going to talk to you about quite a few things that we did as a team that really helped us leverage our time, because I don't know if you know, I sponsor a lot of people, so I don't have tons and tons and tons of time. So it's about leveraging. So I'm hoping that even if just like 1 or 2 of these ideas helps you, that I'll feel really, really fulfilled. So, growing from region to nation. So one of the things that I notice, and I do this myself, is people getting frustrated with people in the team. Like, have you ever thought to yourself, oh, if only they were maintaining, if they were doing their bonus, if they were sponsoring? And don't get me wrong, there's times where I have to catch myself doing this as well. So I came up with this analogy in my head. I'm like a massive visual person, and this really helps me remember. So there's, in my head, 3 different people within our success line. 3 different people, and I think I've got different hats for every person. So, if you imagine a football pitch, there's only football fans in the room. I'm not, but my husband is, and he helped me with this, so I got the terminology right. So the first people on the football pitch are the people that are on the pitch, the players. They're the star players. So in your organisation, these are the business builders in your team. Now, I don't define a business builder as somebody with an R1 account. I define a business builder as somebody that's sponsoring 2 people or more a month. So that's my definition. So for me, that is only a small percent of everybody within my organisation. That I'm like, right, so the people that are a business builder, they're playing on the pitch, they're doing the game, they're out there, they're speaking to people, they're having conversations. I'm going to coach them, they're going to get my time. The second hat that I wear, these are the people that I call the dabblers. So they've got a full R1 account. They tell me they're doing R1. They think they're doing R1, but their business isn't really growing. These are the people on the football pitch that sit on the bench. These are the subs. So they know the game, they know how to get out on the pitch, and sometimes they do. They get off the bench and they get out on the pitch and they play the game, and then they come and sit back down and have a little bit of a rest. So I coach them completely differently, because to me, there's a place for them in the team. And I'll tell you what, when we were needing the last volume, to complete nation, it was the dabblers that brought in a huge surge of volume, because they saw on the last day that they weren't growing really the business, but they saw that we were like, we're this far away, and they all came off the bench and put a 150 order in. Brilliant. So the dabblers are great. So I make sure that I've got a hat for them, there's a place for them. Come along to region training, you can help set up. If you want to share your story, you can share your story. Do you want to do a flyer for the DA? There's a place for them. And then the third people are your clients. So on a football pitch, these are your audience, these are your fans. Like, they like the merchandise, they like to see what you're doing, they like to know about the game, but they don't want to play. fine. So for me, knowing these 3 different hats, I treat these 3 people completely differently, and it helps me not get frustrated with where people are and what they're doing. Oh, thank you for that clap. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about some systems, and I'm going to tell you quite a lot in a short space of time. So what I've done is I've actually printed everything up, and my beautiful sponsor Laura is going to hand them round on all the tables. So if you don't manage to write everything down, I've printed it all. I've typed it all up, it's all printed, so you can hand it around if you want. So the reason why I put in a lot of systems within my organisation, or our organisation should I say, is to leverage. So I've got children, any parents in the room, or step parents, people with children, anybody that's got a busy job, anybody that's got a busy life, yeah. So it's about creating ways that enable you to know that your business still runs, even if you're not like fully out there. So one of the first things that we did was we got a getting started system. So for me, on average, I'll sponsor about 10 people a month, on average, give or take. And what I say to them is like, welcome to the team. So people say, Nick, I'm like, Nick, welcome to the team. I'm so excited for you. I'm going to add you into one Facebook group. That's all I have you to start with, one Facebook group. And what I want you to do is go to the pinned post right at the top, and I want you to watch the 8-minute getting started video. Let me know within the next day when you've watched that. And that is all I do to start with. If she doesn't get back to me, I'm not chasing her. I'm too busy doing other stuff. So if she watched it, she would get back to me and say, yeah, I've watched it, and I'm like, brilliant. So I know that she's likely to be going forwards. So once they've then done that, I then say to them, okay, so in our Facebook group, we changed it to a social setting group. Does anybody know about social setting groups? Because it's really new to me. So you can, if you wanted to, make a Facebook group a social setting, which means you get something called units. Have you ever seen units in groups? So this transformed our business. So once we got units in place, it meant that a new consultant could click on the side of the Facebook group, click Unit 1, which was making your 100-person list, watch the training on that. Then they'd watch Unit 2, which is launching their business, and then Unit 3, follow up. So I would say, so if it was Anna that had sponsored the business, great, I want you to go through Unit 1 to 3, this is going to be our getting started system, watch this in the next day, and then we'll talk about your 100-person list and your launch date. Brilliant. And again, if she doesn't get back to me, I might throw the ball to her. If she doesn't get back to me, I'm carrying on, I'm talking to other people, I'm here if you need me. And sometimes people do come back to me later on, a few months later, and they're like, I watched the getting started video. Wonderful, you've got my time now. Like, they kind of always have to earn your time a little bit. So the units were in place, and the good thing about units is only 1 to 3 is getting started, but we actually have about 12 units. So when people send me a question that I haven't got the time to answer, I'll say, oh, if it's say about liability insurance, I say, oh, if you go to Unit 10 and you click on there, there's a video all about that. And it just makes life so much easier. So this is our journey of a new independent consultant. Welcome into one Facebook group and one WhatsApp group. And the reason why I do that is to minimise overwhelmment. So I'm like keeping it nice and simple. Eventually I will add them into like the UK Opportunities group, and I know Claire Weston has got an amazing group about products, but I don't do it straight away. I kind of like ease them in. And then get them to watch the 8-minute getting started video, pass the ball to them, wait for them to pass it back. Then I want them to watch Unit 1 to 3, and then brilliant. Like we're off on a roll now, we've got going. So, the next thing I want to talk to you about is empowering people. So, to quadruple the sales volume, you do have to empower people. You do have to kind of shift out of the way and let people rise up, give them platforms to rise. So this is something that within our organisation, within our nation, within our multi-nation, we've got really good at doing. So we have a prospecting Facebook group, which anybody can add their friends and family to that ask them about the business. And in that prospecting group, from Monday to Friday, there's something going on every night. So Monday night we have team training, Tuesday night we have a Facebook Live interview where somebody gets interviewed about the business, Wednesday we do a live Discover Arbonne, Thursday we do a 30 days overview, Friday we do a product training. As soon as you become a district manager, you're invited to do that, and straight away it gives them that platform. They start off doing product training, we say you can train on whatever product you want, you can go Facebook Live in the group, got, I don't know, anything from 10 minutes to half an hour, whatever you want, like we're quite flexible about it. And the purpose is them learning about the product, going live and having that platform to empower themselves. And then that then leads on to more opportunities. So we have a task force, sounds so official, I think we should like the word task force. So we have a task force for our Leadership Academy. So on the Leadership Academy that we do, we have a mixture of district managers, VPs and area managers, and they basically put the day together. And monthly region training, we have a task force of area managers and VPs, and we're on a rota system. So although myself and Fiona are both nations, we're not on every single month doing region training, like it comes on every few months. And that gives people those opportunities again to step up. And I'll tell you what, even though I've reached nation, Fiona's reached nation, the ideas from the area managers are phenomenal. Like, it's giving them that opportunity to share these ideas and go, gosh, I never thought about that, that's unbelievable. So it's giving them those opportunities. Oh, that's wrong, sorry. Okay. Right, let's focus. WhatsApp. So, I hear a lot of people saying that I'm in so many WhatsApps, I don't know what's going on. So this is what I do, if you can take any ideas from this. I have one WhatsApp. It actually is R1 Q&A, that's not probably, it should really be R1 Independent Consultant Q&A, but it's hidden, like best can't see that. So it's R1 Q&A, and that's where people get added into it, and I'm like, you can ask any questions, and I don't run that group, I'm in it as a participant as well. Sometimes I'll ask a question, like, but then I've got a flyer this month for the new consultant gifts, like we all ask questions in there, it's a quick go-to. And that's where, within my area, people get added to it. Within our team, everybody has their own area WhatsApp. Brilliant. And then we have a second WhatsApp. There's a new WhatsApp every single month. It only lasts a month, and it's called the month, so June, tracking. And tracking is our system. So on that handout, we have a system. So our system is the tick box on the back of one of the pages, which is add 2 names to your active candidate list, reach out to 2 people, like you're all doing it. Whatever your system is, I think they're much the same. So in the June tracking group, you have to have printed off your tracker to be added into the WhatsApp group. And then the rules are very clear. You have to share your tracker 5 days a week, and if you don't do it, and if you're on holiday, fine, but if you don't do it, you're out of the WhatsApp group. So it's a bit more of a high intensity group. So the one WhatsApp is for everybody Q&A, but this separate one is your high intensity, and it takes people to the next level, and it makes them do it. It makes me do it. I'm like, gosh, I'll notice on Wednesday that I didn't do my tracker, I've got to get it done. So that's something that helps us, and that closes at the end of every single month. So just a monthly one. So this is just in our WhatsApp group. I will also collect everybody's goals, and I write everybody's goals down in the WhatsApp group. And if you hold on to the text, you can star WhatsApp messages. So if you don't know this, you can hold on to it, and it'll come up with a star. If you click the star, it's almost like pinning it to the top. And every day I share everybody's goals every day, so everybody's constantly reminded in that June tracking group what their goals are. Okay, so the other thing that I do is we all run our own area training. So on a Monday night at 9 o'clock we do our multi-nation training, but 45 minutes before that we all do our own area trainings. So in our area we have a rota where all the district managers will host, so me included, because I've also got my own district, so I'm included in that. And the host, so if I was the host, I would read out the weekly recognition. So I know Danni was talking about this, about weekly chunks. So we go on as the host, and we would say everything for the week that everybody's done. So I'd be like, Mel's done a 1-to-1, Lisa's sponsored PC this week, I'd be like, Stuart's sold for 30 days, so whatever it is, I'd read it all out for the week, and people love it because they're hearing their name, they're hearing their activity, and if their name's not being shouted out because they haven't done any activity, it makes them go, I better do something because I don't want to go through Monday night and not have my name called out. Now it's their responsibility to get their recognition onto the pinned post. So in our area group, it's like you have to get on that pinned post, otherwise it doesn't get shouted out. So again, it just makes people just step up. They're like, oh my gosh, I did 3 1-to-1s, I've got to get it on the pinned post, otherwise the host isn't going to call it out. So that really makes a big difference for us in having that weekly rec. The other thing that myself and Fiona do is every single month we do a new district manager monthly Zoom. It lasts us an hour. All the new district managers from last month will get onto a Zoom with myself and Fiona, and we'll go through all the stuff like PA balance, DM bonus boosters, going area qual, and we'll listen to their stories as well. So at the end, we'll say, right, everybody tell us your story, tell us all about how you went to district, tell us about yourself. And it's good for myself and Fiona to get to know the districts and the team, because you end up with so many people promoting, you don't know where they've come from, you don't know what their story is, and it helps them because they get a chance to ask those questions, they meet Fiona and myself, and we absolutely love doing that. So some consultants in the team will have really great ideas. There are people that come into R1 and they're just like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do something wonderful. Like you run with that. But you also get people that are paralysed by not knowing what to do. And so I came up with an idea of a cut and paste. This is just for the paralysed people. So I'm like, right, so if you're me like, oh Danny, I can't go out there and do parties, I can't go out there and do this. I'm like, right, let's do a Facebook online party. And they're going, I don't know what to do. I said, don't you worry about that. I've got a cut and paste system. So I add them into the how to do an online Facebook party, and I go, just cut and paste everything out there. And once you've done one or two, you're going to get a flavour for it, and then you're going to have your own ideas, and then you're going to be able to do your own ones. So it just helps people get off the starting line, gives them something to actually move forward with. I also have a client group. So in my client group, I obviously look after my clients because I have my client hat, and I share loads in my client groups. Like, my clients to me are literally my bread and butter, and I love them so much. And they love seeing everything that I'm doing. They love hearing about the products and how to use the products. And I really encourage our team to have a client group as well, just to share all of that info. Oh, go back. Okay, so the last few things. So when we were completing, we did complete on Halloween. I know lots of other people did promote last year on Halloween, and the website went down. So on my laptop, I had it stuck on my laptop how much QB that we needed. 2 minutes before midnight, we got the confirmation that we'd done it. And you do have to set, I will say, my final thing is you are going to have to do the majority of the work. You're going to have to pack in so much QB into your central district. It's insane. The sponsoring's insane, the QB is insane, but it will be you doing it. And I think once I accepted that, I was like, okay, I know that I'm the one that's going to have to do the majority of the work. So I did work incredibly hard, promoted to nation, and it was the best thing ever. So just a little bit of growth, so feel free to take a picture of that. So you can do this, like you can absolutely grow and quadruple the organisational volume running through your business. Just know that it's absolutely in you. There's a few of these ideas to put into place, and I really, really want to see like 100 national vice presidents this time next year. So thank you so much for